Yo, welcome back to Goodbye Time Traveler. Last time we started this game, it is about a Jack from a parallel universe where he didn't get with Carmen in high school, and now he's a depressed loser in university. And Miral and Cece and Naz are here for some reason in this specific timeline. And some people called what were they called? The High Observers sent some people to try to kill us in this timeline for some reason. I had a lot of questions about the logistics of this whole time travel operation. But we're holding that off until I finish this game. Was there anything else? I think not. Okay, let's continue. Meryl then grabbed me by the... Okay, fucking... What's up? Sorry, my phone is so fucking loud. I had the alarm set to maximum. Turn that off. Okay, Meryl then grabbed me by the arm and started dragging me along. Wait, where are we going? You will see, huh? I hope you guys can't hear the children screaming outside my window. Voila, here we are. Want to do some shopping? In all of these games, there's always a scene where a girl drags Jack into a shopping mall. Not for me, dummy, for you. Me, I don't need new clothes. You can't possibly meet mom dressed like that. What's wrong with what I'm wearing? Seriously? Why are you looking at me like that? You look like you robbed a homeless man and wore his clothes. You look like you were stranded on an island for years. You look like you took a cloth used to scrub the floor and make clothes out of it. Are you reading from like a joke book? Where are you getting these from? You look like a homeless Power Ranger. You look like... Okay. Your mama's so fat. She can be very brutal sometimes. She must have gotten this side from her mother. Anyway, get into the changing room. I'll pick up clothes for you to try. It's fucking something in my throat. Hang on. Now, Shushu. Alice spoke as she shoved me inside. Don't go picking any expensive clothes, you hear? I shouted back at her from inside the changing room. After a few tries, Meryl looked at me and spoke. Perfect, you look amazing. I turned around to face the mirror. The person in stylish clothes stared back at me. Who's the poser in the mirror and why does he look like me? Jeez, don't start, you look great. Now we just need to do something about your hair. Huh? No, don't you dare. Haha. After a long day of visiting stores and buying unnecessary stuff, Meryl finally decided to stop torturing my wallet. Ugh, I'm screwed. I've just spent 4 months worth of rent in one day. Don't be like that, Daddy. The universe is about to end in like a week, so it doesn't matter. It's for a good cause, plus I'll pay you back. How would you do that? You forget? I'm a time traveler. Before I came to this timeline, I made sure to check all the major sporting events of the year. Isn't that gonna completely fuck up the timeline, change the future, like change a bunch of things? Needless to say, I made a small fortune, This is genius. What an incredible idea. This girl is a fucking mastermind. Going back in the past and looking up, like, the lottery number? Wow, what a genius. She must have got this side from her father, hahaha. Yes, praise me more. You're the smartest daughter in existence. After a brief back and forth of me praising morale and her laughing like a villain, we decided to go back home. A few days after that, I found myself in an interesting situation. What the fuck is this mansion? Also, the scale of everything is so off here. Like, this painting and this fireplace are, like, way too small compared to the stairs. This has to be AI, right? Like, this building does not make any sense. Like, this geometry, everything, it doesn't make sense. Look at the fucking carpet. Why is the carpet, like, half of it is over the sofa, half of it isn't? Wow, this place is huge. I knew Aunt Anya was very rich before the war, but I didn't think she was this rich. Remind me again, why do you need to be here? Aunt Anya, you know her? Oh, come on, Daddy, as if you will be able to do this on your own. Knowing you, I'm sure you will just stuff yourself with food before getting bored and going home. I was going to refute her claim, but to be honest, she was right on the money. These events are only good for enjoying some free food. Wow, you actually came, dude. You're wearing the same clothes as you did in high school, huh? A person wearing an old suit caught my eyes. It was none other than Hassan, a person I knew in high school. Oh, you even brought the date, trying to show off, huh? Hassan's expression quickly turned sour. This is Morale. She's not my date. He's a relative. Oh, really? In that case, enchanté, mademoiselle. Oh. Hassan then came closer to Morale, attempting to kiss her hand. I'll keep those lips to yourself if you know what's good for you. Wow, what's with the scary look, dude? Are you sure she's not your date? I could feel the rage bubbling up inside me, but then all of a sudden a certain person appeared. What's going on here? It's just Hosni being a creep as usual. I forgot you called him that. Kick him out, Anya-chan. Oh, hi, senpai. I'm surprised you showed up. The otaku girl appeared from nowhere while glaring at Hassan. Oh, so you came after all, huh, Mr. Senpai? It's really cool that all these characters are wearing this school uniform when they're like in their 20s now. Anya spoke as she looked at me up and down. This blonde-haired girl is Anya. I met her back in high school. She was one of the last people to join her club. I didn't speak to her much in high school, so all I know about her is that her family is rich and that she's good friends with the otaku girl. I never noticed this in the previous games. I don't think this is different. Why are her eyes like so off? Like she looks like she's missing a chromosome or something. Like look, this eye is so much lower than the other. I never noticed that. Oh, and she was very popular with the boys back then. I know, right? He even brought a date. Is she your girlfriend, Mr. Senpai? Don't be silly Anya-chan, as if Senpai could ever lend such a cutie. I suppose you're right. What a bunch of assholes. I have half a mind to just take all their food and leave. Of course, if I do so, Morale would chew my ears to the end of time. Chew your ears? Is that an expression? I don't know. Chew your ears? Hello everyone, my name is Morale. I'm his cousin. I'm very sorry for showing up like this, but I hope you will not mind my presence. Of course not. Please make yourself at home, Morale. Meals and drinks are just around the corner. Thank you, Morale's a very easygoing person. I wonder where she got that from. Definitely not from me. By the way, where's Carmen? Very subtle, Morale. Oh, she's running a bit late. But I'm sure she will be here any second now. Oh no, she got attacked by the high observers. Haha, 4 girls and only 2 boys. Now this is a party. Gahahaha. And so the reunion party began. Everyone started chatting and reminiscing. Even Morale, who didn't go to her school, was exchanging conversations with everyone else. I, on the other hand, stood in the corner eating the delicious food. You're so cool. Say what you like about Anya, but the chef is a damn artist. I can't believe she gets to eat like this every single day. While I was lost in my thoughts, the long-awaited guest arrived. I'm sorry, everyone. The traffic jam was crazy. Oh, Carmen, come in. Morale ran next to me and spoke. Mommy's here, and she looks so beautiful. She even has her hair tied up. Your favorite, huh, Daddy? I guess. Go talk to her. Hey, stop shoving me. Isn't this like the 4th time you've tried hooking us up? Aren't you tired of it by now? Practically forced by my troublesome daughter, I approached Carmen. Hi. Oh, you really showed up. Not only that, he even brought someone. Huh? Good evening, Carmen. My name is Morale. I'm his cousin. Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Carmen. I was in the same club as him. You know, looking at them side by side, they really look alike. I mean, they're in the same art style, but if I didn't know better, I would even say they were sisters. I know, you told me all about you. Really? I gave Morale a long stare, but she just ignored me and continued talking. Well, I'll leave you two to catch up. I'm very hungry right now. So this is her plan. Sigh, this girl watches too many romantic comedies. So she's your cousin, huh? Yeah, she's visiting for a few days and I didn't want to leave her alone, so I brought her along. She looks like a super cheerful girl. Quite the opposite of you. You're the last person I want to hear that from. I thought for sure you would skip this party. That you would you would think it's too stupid. I was very shocked when Nesrin told me you were coming. Who's this Nesrin? Carmen said she was too busy to come, but the moment she heard you might be here, she suddenly had a change of heart. What? That's not true. You know very well, Anya, that my plans were suddenly cancelled, and that's why I found the time to be here. Sure. I see that Anya hasn't changed one bit. She still loves to make people fluster and corner them with her words. Back in high school, she would always make these suggestive advances at me to mess with me. Did she? But unfortunately for her, it never worked. I don't remember that. I've never been popular with girls, so ever since I was little, I learned not to overthink things. You had it on with Dina, right? I never wondered if a girl was just being nice or had an interest in me because I already knew the answer. And because of that, I was never the person to fluster and panic in front of a pretty girl. Something Anya found very annoying. The party continued after that. Urged by my troublesome daughter, I spent the night chatting with Carmen. Perhaps because I was intoxicated by the caretaker's amazing food, I actually didn't dislike chatting with her. It seems she goes to a university nearby and she's planning on becoming a lawyer. A career that honestly fits her cold, demonic nature. And by the end of the night, everyone was starting to go home. Thank you for the great party, Anya-chan. I'll text you later. Goodbye, Anya. Remember to unblock me on Twitter and Instagram. We'll be going too. Thanks for the invitation. The food was amazing. Please... Okay, wait. Hang on. I gotta... Okay, I was gonna look online when Instagram and Twitter launched. Because this takes place in 2015, but both of them have launched by then, so it's fine. Let's go, Morale. Daddy! What? The food was truly amazing. I'm not talking about that. Morale said that she nudged her head towards a certain girl who was getting ready to leave. Sigh, okay. I came closer to the girl and spoke. Good night, Carmen. Oh, yeah, good night. Carmen looked flustered for a second, but she then waved me goodbye. Morale, on the other hand, didn't look pleased. What the hell is she expecting anyway? This is the second time Carmen and I have met in 3 years. Does she expect us to start making out in front of everyone? A troublesome daughter. Wait. Carmen suddenly spoke, bringing me back to reality. There's something I have been wanting to ask you. Yeah? Can you piss on me? My little cousin's birthday is coming up soon, and I need to buy him a birthday gift. He's really into video games. He plays them non-stop. But anyway, I was wondering if maybe you could help me buy him a game and stuff. What's a game to buy her little brother in 2015? 2015. Witcher Tree? Little Just Cause Tree? Arkham Knight? Mario Maker, that's a good one for a kid. Helldivers launched in 2015, really? I mean, depends how old you're talking. If he's like 8 or 9, just buy him like Minecraft on his Xbox or whatever. There's a video game store near my house. He would love to. Weren't you saying, cousin, that you wanted to buy a new game that just came out? Is that true? Yeah. Who still buys games from stores nowadays? True. I get all my games online, but if I say that or refuse Carmen's invitation, Morale will annoy me to the end of time. So for the sake of my peace of mind, I shall play along. And while it's not like I'm against the idea of hanging out with Carmen. Perfect. I will text you the details later. After saying that, Carmen waved at me one final time and left. It's finally happening. It's finally happening. I was a little disappointed that Daddy let Mom be the one to ask him out, but that's fine. Expecting a guy to always take the first step is sexist. Plus, Daddy is hopeless most of the time. Okay, now the only thing left is... There's a lot of calling things sexist in this game. Calm down, you're gonna give yourself a panic attack. So much to plan, hey? Look, she's not even listening to me. A few minutes later, Morale and I left the party as well. The whole way home, Morale kept humming a happy tune, a tune I felt I'd heard before. The cheerful atmosphere alongside Morale's beautiful smile quickly dissipated the moment we arrived home. Damn it, how many did we lose? 12 of our soldiers were killed in action, 26 injured. How do you have soldiers? Where are you getting soldiers from? Damn it! What's wrong, Aunt Naz? The, the Eye Observer's dogs are closing in on us. We don't have much time. We need to act tonight. Also, yeah, if the High Observers are like these like fourth dimensional godlike beings, first of all, why are they sending people with guns to kill us? Surely they could just do it themselves, right? And second of all, how are they getting people with guns to come kill us? Like, who are these people? Tonight, we've already discovered a possible jump point. I was hoping we could wait until we receive more backup, but we need to act tonight. But Daddy's not ready yet. We can't. I hate to say this, but the Revian is right. If we don't move tonight, the mission is lost. He stops having memory loss, and his DNA is the only thing that can unlock the TSR. What the fuck are you talking about? His DNA is the only thing that can unlock the TSR? What? There is no other choice. The neighbor girl spoke as she pointed at me. What the hell is going on? I raised my voice as I looked around in confusion. I shall explain. I'm sure Miral... I'll show... Didn't you, Miral say that you stopped us from losing our memories? But she told us to ask you how you did it. So can I ask you now, how did you do that? I'm sure Miral already told you how important you are in fighting the High Observers. Your role is basically to use the TSR. TSR? You're the one who made this device, and to avoid it falling into the hands of the enemy, you made it very secure. Basically, no one can use it but you. Miral used it in the previous games. It's programmed to react only to your DNA. What is this thing? Why is it so important? Is it because she has part of her DNA, because she's her child? I'll explain. The device's main function is time travel. Basically, it's a portable time machine. A revolutionary invention. It has other functions too, such as being able to break into the null's dimension. Dude, when I make the timeline before starting the next game, I also want to include a list of everything the TSR can do. It can make you go back in time. It can make you go to other timelines. It can find people's locations by entering their coordinates. It can fucking measure the instability level of a timeline. It can travel you to the null's dimension. Like, it can do anything, really. It's almost as if it can do whatever the writer wants, kind of. Null's dimension. I'll take it from here, which I'm sure you know, but humans are three-dimensional creatures. We can only interact with the 3D world. The High Observers are more than that. They exist in their own dimension, a world that is inaccessible to us mere mortals. Right alongside Blinkwinkle. But with your help, we can use the TSI to invade their world. There we will face the High Observers and put an end to everything. How? How are we going to stop them? Bullets and grenades won't even scratch them. They're basically immortal. This is one of the reasons they see us as inferior life forms. But we have a special weapon in our sleeve. A special weapon? It's none other than the TSR. One of the most advanced functions of this version of the TSR is Time Break. That's what you called it, the future version of you anyway. The device is supposed to be able to interfere with a creature's perception of the material world. Using Time Break, we should be able to banish the High Observers. Naz, what the fuck are you talking about? Time Break is supposed to be able to interfere with the creature's perception of the material world. Using Time Break, we should be able to banish the High Observers. How is interfering with a creature's perception mean banishing them? I don't... And how did we do that? ... We can render their perception of a three-dimensional world obsolete. Just making them blind? But the Revian is forgetting to mention that this is all hypothetical. We don't know for sure if the device will work or if it will even affect creatures like the High Observers. We don't even know what it does, really. It just does whatever it wants, really. All we have is a chance at victory. That's more than we can ask for at this moment. We've managed to locate the next jump point, a point in time and space where our world is very close to theirs. The next jump point is tonight, and coincidentally, it's in this city. Okay, hang on, I have some things to write down. Jump point equal point in time where our world is close to the null world. TSR device can travel to null world and Time Break. Why is it called Time Break if all it does is alter someone's perception? Foolish Revian, there are no coincidences. All of the previous jump points were located in this city. I believe it's something to do with him, or rather the other him from the main time branch. There's a main time branch? Do you just mean the time branch from the first 3 games? Daddy's not ready for this. Please, let's wait a little more. Wow. It's fine. I don't understand everything y'all said, but I get the gist of it. I don't. These bastards are not going to stop until they see me dead. If I can put an end to these assholes, then I'll do it. Good, then let's get going. I'll gather the troops and order them to meet us at the rendezvous point. This all ends tonight, one way or another. I don't think this is all going to end tonight, considering there's 23 more games. A few hours after that, we were standing in a large warehouse. Yeah, I can see it's written warehouse here. Dozens of people in weird uniforms stood in formation. Facing them all was a person with a stern look on her face. Who the fuck are you people? It is time, comrades, the moment we have all been waiting for. No more hiding, no more biding for time. Tonight we go on the offensive. Tonight we show the high observers what humanity is all about. For the sake of our fallen comrades, for the sake of our world, we shall not lose. This story took a fucking turn, huh? Humanity will never fall. Humanity will never fall. Every soldier screamed in unison. Their shouts echoed in the empty warehouse. You should say something too. The pink-haired girl spoke as she looked at me. Me? You might just be his past self, but you're still the man who recruited these soldiers. Aren't we his future self, technically? The one who gave them hope and promised them salvation. Even if we win, some of these men will die tonight. If you're sending them to their end, you should at least say a few words. Walking past the pink-haired girl, I stood in front of everyone. Okay, so I don't know what the fuck is going on right now, but the eyes of dozens of soldiers were suddenly fixated on me. Eyes that held so much hope, but at the same time an immeasurable, there we go, amount of fear. I'm sure you've been told I'm the person who recruited you. The man you all look up to. Are these just like random mercenaries that we hired in the future in another timeline? And they agreed to be sent back to the past? But I'm afraid I'm not the person they made me out to be. Or are they just people, are they just soldiers from the war against the existentials in the future? I'm just a university student and not even a good student at that. A few weeks ago, I didn't even know time travel was possible or that parallel worlds exist. No matter how you look at it, I have no right to stand here and preach to you about risking your life for the world. I think people who join the military and sacrifice themselves are incredibly stupid and delusional. So based, but most of all, I couldn't care less if this pathetic world was suddenly wiped from existence. But a few days ago, everything changed. In this pathetic existence I call my life, I found something deeply important to me, something that gave reason for my continuous survival, someone special. Then these monsters showed up trying to take it all from me. These gnolls don't just want us dead, no, they want to strip us of everything we care about. They want to see us suffer and weep in despair. They want to destroy everything we care about. So I urge you all to fight, not for me, not for the pink-haired girl, not even for yourselves. Fight for whatever you hold most dear to your heart. Fight for your loved ones, fight for your homes, fight for your freedom. Fight for your happiness. Humanity will never fall. Humanity will never fall. But that was an interesting speech. Daddy, why is Cece being so sus? And so the plan was set. Our troops were split into small units, and each unit was tasked with attacking a possible hideout of the agents of the High Observers. But this was all diversion. The soldiers' mission is to simply keep the enemy busy while we head to the jump point and accomplish our mission. Humanity's future was resting on their shoulders. Why are we doing this, by the way? We're here. What's the situation? Why didn't the original Jack that did all of this do this instead of us from this timeline? We're here. What's the situation? I'm getting reports from all units. We're receiving multiple casualties. Our men are getting slaughtered out there, almost like they knew we were coming. This is the this is the Knowles dimension, just like a dingy alleyway. Damn it! Let's not waste any more time. Here, the pink-haired girl took out a weird device. Okay, no, we're not there yet. The pink-haired girl took out a weird device from her bag and tossed it to me. This is a TSR. We're already at the possible jump point. What should I do? Jump. Just point it ahead and press the red button. Okay, but before I do that, can you explain to me how you stopped the Knowles from erasing my memory? Also, why was I behaving differently when my memories were erased? Then what? Then we pray that the device will work and all of tonight's sacrifices will not be in vain. I examined the device in my hands. It looked like a gun, but at the same time it had so many wires coming out of it. I lifted the device and pointed at the space in front of me. It also has to have a keypad, right? Because in the third game, Morale entered information and like scanned papers to like find Ellie, right? Scan her dental records. You can do it, Daddy. I have faith in you. Whatever can happen will happen. This is the absolute law of this world. Go ahead, give us an ending. I reach my shaky finger to the red button and then... What's going on? Maz? Damn it, the reaction is stronger than I anticipated. Brace yourselves. Daddy. Are we gonna meet destiny? A warm light suddenly engulfed my being. The next thing I could remember was opening my eyes to nothingness. Absolute nothingness. Are we dead? Not quite, I'm afraid. We're here, in their world. Daddy, I can't see anything. It's all white. It's exactly as I expected. Our eyes were not created to visualize the 4D world. In the same way, a square can never visualize a cube. I'm guessing this is why we can only see whiteness all around us. Yeah, we're here. I can feel it. Oh, hello. Hello and welcome, dear guests. Who are you? My name is Destiny. I'm the goddess of bad endings. You're a high observer. Indeed, daughter of man. I am what some call a high observer. I'm who you're here to banish. If you know why we're here, then why are you so casual about it? We're about to time break you. I wonder. Perhaps it's because we don't see you as a threat. Or maybe because we're not the villains here. What? You're all here on a mission to save humanity, to ensure the survival of your species. This is why you invaded our realm and are trying to defeat us, but I'm afraid that was all for nothing. For you see, we are on humanity's side, we've always been. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, the special human talks. Okay, since it's you asking, we will do our best to explain. We will even keep our explanation simple so even humans will understand. I'm ready. You already know the truth about your world, about the time branches. There is one thing you humans will never understand. Purpose. Time branched from its point of origin, seeking an important purpose. The only reason so many time branches and worlds exist in your realm is to serve that purpose. Even your existence right now is solely created for that goal. What purpose? What are you talking about? Explaining this to you is pointless. You will never get it. You were never meant to get it. Just like a cog in a marvelous machine, all you can do is function for something greater. Greater than you, greater than us, greater than everything. But don't worry, we won't use this as a justification. Since you will never understand, it will be unfair to do so. Instead, we'll show you a simpler truth, a better argument. Your side branch, as well as trillions of other side branches and worlds, exist in a unique balance. A balance we're tasked with observing and protecting. Your time branch, your world, was meant to end after the nuclear war of 2015. That was your fate, that was your destiny. But you refused to accept it, rebelled against it, and you even came here to mock it. Your actions destroyed the balance of the world. You're full of shit. We already know about your so-called balance. It's nothing but a lie to justify your action and further your disgusting ambitions. A lie, huh? Timeline Z2548X, a timeline not too far away from your world. Because of the imbalance caused by your actions, it has fallen to chaos and death. The timeline was meant to prosper for 3,000 more years, but it lies now in ruins. Death. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. 400 million humans? That's it? That's not that bad. Timeline Z1139Y. This timeline has seen a world pandemic in the year 2020. Uh-oh. I think I'm in that timeline. The world was starting to heal and mourn the millions that were lost, but your actions sent it back into chaos. Another pandemic surfaced in the year 2023, and this one was more deadly. How deadly? Well, see for yourself. The human woman in blue is a survivor trying to escape a music concert after everyone there fell dead all of a sudden. That's a fast-acting virus. The new virus went straight for the heart. Barely anyone survived. Death. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7 billion humans. Okay, so everyone. Timeline C78526N. This is a timeline where scientific innovation didn't hit as early as most timelines. But despite that, the people of this world lived a very happy and peaceful life until you showed up. Now this world is in constant war and suffering. How is this related to us? Death. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 billion humans. Okay. This is a special one. That time branch Z65870Z. A time branch where a version of the special human exists. In this one, you can see a human girl lying dead on the ground. A human girl by the name of Morale. Her death could have been avoided if it weren't for you. Morale. Is that the one where she got hit by a drunk driver? Don't you get it yet? Destruction is real. The time branches are collapsing, and you're responsible. How is the time branches collapsing mean that a virus appears, or that a girl gets hit by a car? Like, how is that related? All of you. Impossible. Nas, daughter of man. You're human, but you belong in another realm, detached from the time branches. What makes this time branch more worthy than all of the time branches I've just shown you? Is this world worth saving at the expense of the trillions of worlds and humans out there? Cecilia, daughter of man. You too come from the same world as Naz. We know of your true goal. We know you're one of the few individuals aware of the 0-1 truth. The 0-1 truth, okay. CC, where's CC? CC has a hidden goal. Hidden goal. Aware of the 0-1 truth. 0 as in 0 the null? A truth none in this room could comprehend. A truth that would shatter their very existence. Why would a girl with such a heavy burden care about the fate of this time branch? I never said I did. I only want an ending. I don't care which one. You say that, but you helped these mortals in their foolish mission, and you even saved his life. Ah, daughter of man. You traveled through time so many times. You've worked so hard to ensure the survival of this time branch. Would you say your time branch deserves to exist more than any world out there? This time branch? Also, yes, she has traveled through time a lot of times, hasn't she? Would you rest at ease knowing your life is being built on top of the corpse of billions of humans out there? I mean, I don't understand why they're in this timeline specifically, as she's saying. And finally, you, special human, would you... I'll stop you right there. Not the Vocaloid music, no! Not again! I spoke as I pointed the TSR straight at the creature in front of me. There's no point in trying to guilt trip me. I don't give a rat's ass about the other time branches. Why should we be the ones sacrificing ourselves? What gives you the right to pick and choose who lives and dies? No, our time branch will survive. It needs to. I don't care what this creature says. I don't care what she shows me. If this world gets destroyed, then Morale will not survive. If making sure... Isn't she from a different time branch? If making sure my daughter lives makes me a villain, then I'll be your villain. As we suspected, you will not listen to reason. We knew you would be the only one selfish and pathetic enough to sacrifice billions for your survival. This is why we had a special surprise for this occasion. Well, you can keep that surprise to yourself. Your interference with our world is over. I reached my hand to the red button of the TSR. It's time to banish these monsters from our world. What's going on? I can't move my hand. Daddy, what's wrong? Sai, do you actually believe we've shown you all of those images to convince you? No, we knew you were a lost cause from the start. The only reason we showed you all of that was for a certain person to see. What? You hear me, observer? Oh, that's me. You've done a great job observing this human. An impressive job. The creature in front of me spoke as she looked at me. Well, she wasn't looking at me. It's almost like she's looking through me. Hello? Hello? What the hell is going on? Oh, settle down, Naz. We shall explain. Ever since the very start, we had a little agent of our own deep inside the special human's consciousness. Hey, that's me, hello. We had our agent observe his every move. As the days went by, the line between the special human's consciousness and our agents got blurred. And now that line is so insignificantly small it barely exists. You can't use that pathetic device on us humans. Our agent is the only one in control. How can this be? A consciousness inside another. I see, the same concept as the 0-1 truth. Okay, let's write that down. Oops. 0-1 truth equals... one consciousness inside another. So right at this very moment, the High Observer Spy is in control of this body. I think I fucked up the window resolution, but it looks fine in the recording, so I won't change it. We had a spy among us all this time? Among us? Indeed, my mortal guest, but I'm afraid this is the end of our interesting exchange. Do you hear me, Observer? Take hold of his right arm, then point that pathetic device at his head and shoot. I will gladly do that. If anyone comes closer, shoot them too. Now come, put an end to this charade. Accomplish your mission and claim your long-awaited reward. No, stop! Please don't! Morale, stay away. Daddy! Now, don't let her come any closer. Naz grabbed Morale and stopped her from reaching me. Can you hear me? Is it true? Do you really exist? Impossible. All this time I've been watched. All of my thoughts, all of my memories. I've been watching the whole time. Not the whole time, I have some gaps. I'm the agent of the enemy. I won't beg for my life. I know it's pointless. If you were here from the start, then you must already know how selfish and pathetic I am. To ask you to spare my life from my world would be hypocritical when I had no problem sacrificing your world. But please don't do this. I don't care if you kill me, but if I'm dead, no one else can use the TSR. The High Observers will win and our world will be gone. Morale will be gone. Please. I never begged anyone in my life. I never cared about anything other than myself. I'm a selfish, self-absorbed, narcissistic person who lives through his life like a pathetic human, doing the same shit every single day, pushing everyone away from him under the guise of being a loner. There's no question about whether I deserve to live or not, but Morale's a good person. She's always cheerful, she's always kind to others. She's a good girl. Please don't let her die. Please, I'm begging you. Please. Crying? Are you scared of dying that much, mortal? Daddy! Enough delays. Do you hear me, Observer? Finish this. Okay. A sharp pain suddenly assaulted my senses, but that only lasted for a few seconds before darkness swallowed me whole. Wait, so it's also just a real gun? No, Daddy, please open your eyes. I thought it's only supposed to block your perception. You bitch. I'm afraid your mortal guns can't even scratch us, Naz. You've done an excellent job, Observer. With his death, the whole time branch will be wiped from existence. After all, he was a seed. He was the seed? That's lucky. Our time with these annoying mortals is over now. Now come, we have more important things to do, more power for you to gain. And of course, more time branches to be cleansed. Bad end. See, that seems like a good end to me. Okay. So, I guess the whole nuclear war in 2015 only happened in this timeline? Question mark? I guess did it happen in the timeline from the first 3 games? Or no? But if it only happened in this timeline, then where does this morale even come from? She can't be from this timeline because we never. If she didn't come back, we would have never gotten with Carmen, and we would have never had her in the future. And obviously, she remembers everything with Cici and Naz, so she's from a different timeline. But how did she stop the nuclear war in this timeline? Impossible. Observer, you. The High Observer suddenly disappeared from in front of her eyes, almost like she was never there. Did we win? Affirmative, the shot was hit. The High Observers can no longer access your time branch. Ha. It was exactly as the neighbor girl said. We've won. There is no more trace of those bastards. Even when we returned to our world, we found no trace of their soldiers. Our troops informed us that they suddenly retreated from battle and left the time branch. Didn't we? Aren't there multiple of them? Didn't we only get rid of one? Needless to say, every remaining soldier in our team fell to their knees from joy and relief. A big celebration was underway. The only ones who didn't show much happiness were Naz and Morale. Still, our battle was finally over. We've won. A few days after that, I was standing in a familiar warehouse, watching as men in military uniform passed me. Every once in a while, a soldier would stop, salute me, and say something like, "Thank you for your service, Major." Not sure how to respond to such things, I just salute them back. Afterwards, they would start to tear up like a schoolgirl who just received her senpai's attention. Congratulations, you become a legend in their eyes. The hero of humanity, that's what some of them call you now. Foolish soldiers, someone should tell them the full truth. I disagree. Huh? They sacrificed so much for this moment. They deserve to feel happy, to have a heroic story they can tell their families. I don't know what the full truth is. I don't understand how us doing that makes another world have like an epidemic, or makes another world have like a world war. I don't see how that's related at all. Something that would help them cope with all the death and loss they've seen. We should be getting going too. Do you all have to leave? Why can't you stay on this timeline? Are you going to miss me? Is that it? No. Wow, no hesitation. Why did you come to this timeline? Ah, that's fine. We all know the only person you'll miss is a certain orange-haired girl. Don't worry. I thought this will be goodbye. We need to go back to the future to check on how much things have changed. In this timeline or in a different timeline? But more importantly, find out if what the High Observer said was true. If the other time branches are collapsing, then we need to do something about it. We will not ignore their suffering. Now I spoke with a stern look on her face. Anyway, I doubt the High Observers will give up. If they do show their ugly mug, we will be right there to stop them. This is our mission as defenders of humanity. You think they'll be back? Didn't the TSR banish them? It did, but you don't know them as we do. They will never give up. Still, I'm kind of disappointed we had to leave. I wish we had more time to get to know each other. You really remind me of him, the other you I met when I was still a soldier in my world. I still don't... Okay, even regardless of you coming to this timeline, why did you even have us do this? I know we need us to operate the TSR, but we know Morale can use the TSR because she used it in the previous games, so she could have just done that on her own. And even if that doesn't work for some reason, even though it did in the previous games, couldn't the Jack from the timeline you come from have done that? You really remind me of him, the other you I met when I was still a soldier in my world. The other me. You two share so many similarities, but at the same time, you're very different. You remind me more of the person he used to be. And I spoke with a slightly grim expression on her face. Anyway, take care of yourself, and do try to cut down the cup ramen. Bye. After saying that, Nas gave me a slight smile and started walking after the other soldiers. Is she right? Will those bastards below show up again? I want to ask you, and I'm not sure you'll know the answer. I'm not even sure if you're still there observing me and watching me. But if you are, I just want to say thank you. I was forced to. I didn't have a choice. No amount of words could express how grateful I am. You were recruited by the enemy, saw how pathetic and selfish I am, heard me claim how I would sacrifice your world for my survival, and yet chose to side with us. You're the true hero. I might be worthless, but I promise I'll pay you back. I'll find a way to save your world from collapse and every other world out there. Okay, I guess what we're saying is that I understand that this timeline was supposed to collapse from the World War in 2015, but Morale stopped that with the John Titor thing, and now we stopped that again by banishing the nulls, and that is making the other timeline disappears like it did in the second game. In the second game, the timeline started to disappear, or to like degrade, because Jack had kept his memories of Morale. But like, I guess my two big questions are still, I don't understand how Morale did that. If she did that in every timeline with the nuclear war thing with John Titor, or she only did that in this timeline. And also, I mean, I guess this is kind of a nitpick, but I don't see how like an epidemic or like a fucking like a medieval war because it's, like electricity wasn't invented or whatever. I don't see how that's related to like the timeline collapsing. But whatever. I promise. Oh, what do you say? I'll find a way to save every world out there. Are you talking to yourself? More or less. I wanted to say goodbye. You've done your job adequately. You gave us an ending. An ending? Explaining is pointless. You won't get it. You're not meant to get it. Ha. This girl's as weird as ever. One final thing. The next time we see each other, there won't be a barrier between us. When it happens, I'll show you how I truly feel. The neighbor girl spoke as she looked at me. Are you speaking to me? Like the observer? No, she's not looking at me. It's like she's addressing something or someone far, far away. Goodbye for now. After saying that, the neighbor girl left. Even after all we've been through, she still creeps me out to my core. Oh well. I stood there watching the soldiers passing me by and getting inside a huge machine. What were you doing? Why were you in the butterfly timeline? Is that how they're going back to their timeline? Is that supposed to be a time machine? But before I could think about it some more, a certain person appeared in front of me. Daddy! Morale. A sharp pain suddenly cut through my heart. Amna said we should leave today. I need to go. I know. But I will be back, I promise. This isn't the end. Amna said we need to check a few things, then recruit more people and gather some information about the claims of the High Observers. But she said we will probably need to return to this timeline, so I think I will be back. No, I'm pretty sure that. Morale. Yes? You're the most important thing in the world to me. Huh? If you're gonna say such things, please go tell it to Mom first. I'm serious. If I come back and you haven't made any progress with Mom, I'm gonna be so mad, Daddy. You better call her as soon as possible and... Morale. What? I love you. I love you too, Daddy. Morale then jumped on me, wrapping her short arms around me, and started sobbing like a little girl. The tears and style were forming a circular stain on my vest. A circular stain. Not a not a rectangular stain. She was also saying something, but her sobbing made it impossible to comprehend. What a troublesome daughter, slight smile. Heh. After a full hour crying and hugging me, Morale was then dragged away by Naz. Why are you like freaking out? Doesn't Jack exist in the timeline you're going back to? I kept watching as Morale entered the huge rear machine. Morale looked back at me from the window. Her puffy red eyes were more swollen from her sobbing. I waved my hand goodbye. Then all of a sudden, the machine started emitting a weird sound and the ground started to shake all around me. I held onto one of the pillars to avoid falling over as the weird machine's noise started getting even louder. Then... nothing. The weird machine disappeared in front of my eyes as if it was never there. Okay, but the warehouse is still there, right? I stepped outside the warehouse and lifted my gaze at the night sky. She's gone. She's really gone. She's the time traveler we're saying goodbye to. Almost like reality just hit me. A sharp pain cut through my heart, followed by a warm sensation running down my face. I reached my hand to my eyes to wipe the tears away, but they continued to flow as if a dam was suddenly breached inside my soul. Morale. I will wait. I don't care how much it takes. I don't care if I have to wait until the end of time. I will wait. I will be right here for you. I promise. But until then, all I can ever say is, goodbye, time traveler. Cinema. It's a cinema. Wow. Click anywhere to continue the story. Wait, is there more? 2 weeks have passed since then. Even though the world was on the brink of destruction, even though humanity was moments away from complete annihilation, to everyone else it was just a normal Tuesday. Everyone who knew about the High Observer incident was no longer in this timeline. Except for me. A few days ago, I finished my midterms, and considering I spent most of the semester jumping through time and fighting four-dimensional aliens, I think it's fair to say I fucked up those exams quite well. Winter break started yesterday, a rather cherished period where students celebrate and unwind with their friends. However, since I have no friends and nothing to celebrate, I was just hanging out in my apartment doing absolutely nothing. Well, maybe that's not entirely true. I was actually waiting for Dragon's Dogma to finish downloading on PC. He's a gamer. 4 years after it was released on console, it had finally arrived on PC. You gotta go buy a game for Carmen's little brother. So to say I was excited would be an understatement. I wish a download would finish already, but because I bought the cheapest internet offer, it will take a while. Sigh, it serves me right for trying to save money. Okay, what should I do while the game downloads? Stay inside. Yeah, I agree, the snow might look beautiful and magical from the inside of a warm room, but once you go outside, it's a fucking nightmare. I'll just lie in bed and play on my phone until the download is finished. I need to make sure I don't accidentally cause the download speed to fall true. I kept browsing the net for what felt like an eternity when suddenly a loud noise caught my attention. What the hell was that? I think it came from the hallway. I usually ignore anything that occurs outside my apartment, but to be honest, I was kind of bored. Is it going to be a gnoll pointing a gun at you saying, "Heh, kept you waiting, huh?" I opened the door and looked outside my room. Yahoo! Shit! You scared me. You're so cute. You must be my new neighbor. Neighbor? Yeah, I'm moving to the apartment next to you. Name's Zero, by the way. Zero? What kind of name is that? Yeah, and you are? Jack. It's nice to meet you, Jack. I hope we'll be great neighbors. Don't worry about making noise or partying so hard. As long as you invite me. Also, why do you have a snake in your hair? And why do you look exactly like the High Observer I defeated? I don't think there will be many parties in here. Really? But you're a college student, aren't you? Or is this after you became human? Huh? How does she know that? Well, that's fine, my nerdy little baby. You're cute. You are cute neighbor Zero. We'll invite you to one of our corporate parties. Huh? Oh, you're working for a company? Don't be silly. I don't work for anybody. I own the company. What? Yeah, that's the reason I moved to the city. I'm opening a new branch in this region. Wait, did you just say timeline? Is she serious? If you want to get on my good side, dear neighbor, then how about you come inside and help me move some stuff? She's gonna kill you. Don't do it. I'm not as strong as I used to be. Sure. I mean, I'm just killing time right now. She's about to kill you. And I'm somewhat curious about this weirdo. Hey. Yeah, your little girlfriend is here. Never mind, never mind. The girl calling herself Zero shook her hands in front of her face and ran inside her apartment. What the hell was that? No idea. Huh? Do you know that blonde girl? Not really. I just met her. I think her name is Zero. You two looked awfully close for two people who had just met each other. She just moved to the apartment next door today. This was literally our first conversation. Is that so? Carmen gave me a suspicious look as she alternated her gaze between me and Zero's door. So why are you here, Carmen? Is everything okay? What do you mean, why? We're dating, aren't we? What's so strange about that? That was fast. What's so strange about a girl visiting her boyfriend? Oh, to be honest, I didn't know we were dating. I guess we did go on a sort of date last week. Oh, that was more of a shopping trip to buy that nerdy cousin of hers a video game. We did agree to go out after midterms, though. I guess that explains why she thinks we're dating. Still, the people who go out on one date suddenly show up at each other's places? What game did you buy him? No fucking idea. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about the mountain trip. The what? Didn't Nesrin text you about it? I don't know, I blocked her number weeks ago. What a jackass. Get it? Jackass? What? She kept spamming my phone with stupid anime gifs, so I blocked her. I can't say I'm displeased to hear you blocking other girls, but her message was kinda important. Anya invited us all to join her in her family's cousin cabin during winter break. She invited everyone from her old club, so I was wondering how we should handle the situation. Should we lie to them? I think this is supposed to say lie. Or should we like to tell them about us, or do you think it's still too early? Okay, I don't know. Do we want to tell them about us, or do you think it's still too early? I think that's what it should say. I don't know. Huh? It's up to you. I'm not going. What? What do you mean you're not going? Trapped in a small cabin in the middle of the woods with a san? No thanks. Sounds like a setup for a murder mystery. Plus, Dragon Dogma is going to finish downloading tonight. I'll be spending winter break playing the shit out of it. You gotta be kidding me. What about the two of us? Well, Dragon Dogma is multiplayer, but it's not exactly co-op, so I don't think we can play it together. However, you can create these NPCs called bots and share them with other players. The vibes are so off, man. Are you running an ad for this game or something? I'm so not talking about that. I mean, how are we going to spend winter break together if you're not coming? Knew what I wanted to say, but even I'm not that dumb to say it. I don't get it. Look, I know you're not supposed. I know you're not used to these social events, but I promise you it will be super fun. Anya's family cabin is huge, and we can easily avoid Asan the whole time. Plus, her father has this gaming room, I think, and there's all kinds of games. Games? Carmen looked at me with pleading eyes. I don't get why she wants her second date to be with her high school friends. That doesn't sound like a good idea to me, and I know jack shit when it comes to romantic dates. Okay, you convinced me. Really? Yeah, my PC's kinda old, so I've been worried about being able to run the game anyway. With Anya's super quantum computer, I'll run the game on ultra high, haha. Since when was Jack so much of a gamer? Sigh, you're beyond hopeless. Carmen and I hung out for a bit. She then said she'd text me the detail of the mountain trip later and left. A few days later, I got her text and started packing a bag. And by that, I mean I packed an extra shirt and a few underwear. I texted Carmen back that I was ready, but oddly, she needed more time. So instead, we arrived at the mountain cabin a day later. I can't say I was pleased by that, since that meant I'll have to wait an extra day to play my game, but who cares? You clearly do. After a 7-hour bus trip, we finally arrived. Jesus. Look who finally showed up. What are we doing here? Why is it still going? Yeah, dude, I can't believe it. You really came. You brought Chief Carmen with you. Huh? Did you guys come together? Of course not. We ran into each other at the bus station. I ignored the chatty bunch and faced Anya. Why is it so dark in here? Oh yeah, yesterday's snowstorm knocked the power lines. Uh-oh. The fucking Wendigos are gonna come for you. We're currently running on emergency power right now. What? When is the power coming back? We don't know. Maybe when the storm is over. But no worries. The backup generator should be enough for essential needs. What about the computer? The one in the gaming room? How do you know about that? Well, those computers consume too much power. We can't afford to waste power right now. It was nice meeting you all. Have a nice winter break. I waved my head and headed towards the door. Why is she so big? Wait, where the hell are you going? You heard what she said. The power is down. There's no point in being here. You're kidding, right? You didn't come here just to play a game. Leaving is impossible, you know? We're trapped here. What? Weren't you listening to the news? The storm is set to be even worse tonight. All bus and train trips have been cancelled. Okay, so who's gonna die? Like, what the fuck? All bus and train trips have been cancelled until it passes. No! Well, Carmen and I just arrived on the bus like 15 minutes ago. That was probably the last bus to come here. Wait, what do you mean by you and Carmen? Chill, everyone. Asani's here to save the day. Asani reached into his bag and brought out a weird-looking package. Ta-da! Is that a condom? What the hell is that? It's a board game. Oh, I think it's called Happiness or something. My cute little sister insisted I bring it with me here. What was her name? Lilith or something? Yeah, Lilith. She said this is the best game to make friends. Gahaha. Silly little Lilith, always worrying about her awesome cool big brother. Anyway, we should play it until the power is back or something. Are you gonna get transported into the board game? A board game? It could be fun, right? Carmen spoke as she looked at me, but I just shrugged my shoulders. This whole trip is turning into a goddamn nightmare. I should have stayed home. A few minutes later, we were sitting on the floor with the weird board game in the middle. Okay, how should we play this game? Is it like Monopoly or something? How is it still going? It says on the box that it's a science fiction time travel game about saving the world. Time travel? I just roll the dice and play it. We'll pick up the rules as we play. My son giggled as he picked up the dice and rolled them on the board. What? 2? Let me roll that dice again. No redos. Move your board piece and pick up a card. Fine, whatever. Son let out a sigh and picked up a card and started reading. You'll be playing the role of the daughter of the hero. Your job is to travel through time and warn your father of an upcoming doom. What the hell? So my character's a girl? Okay, my turn. I was gonna roll the dice. Not bad, 4. She then moved her piece, reached for a card, and started reading it. You'll be playing the role of the girlfriend of the hero. You will need to be pissed on by the hero. You're fully in love with the hero, yet too prideful to express your feelings. Your job is to make the hero confess his love to you. Oh, I see, I'm playing a tsundere character. Kind of unrealistic, to be honest. Tsundere girls don't exist outside of anime. At least you're playing someone of the same sex. I'm transgender. I'll go next. Anya, roll the dice. 3. It could have been... Okay, what happens if you roll the same number as someone else? It could have been better. Anya moved her piece and picked up a card. You're playing the role of the hero. You're a nihilistic, passive guy who finds himself responsible for saving the world. So I'm the main character. That's cool, I guess. It should have been me, not her. Stop complaining. It's just a game. Gren picked up the dice and rolled them. Oh, I got 3 as well. Let's see what my card says. How are you getting a different card rolling the same number? I don't understand how this game works. You're playing the role of the hero's female friend. Even though you're just a friend, you're secretly crushing on the hero and hoping one day you know this is you. Is that Nezrin? Your goal is to sabotage any girl who tries to approach the hero. I don't know who this is. Has Anya been doing that? I don't think Nezrin has been trying to sabotage other girls. I don't think Anya's been doing that either. What kind of game is this? It's so weird. It seems everything revolves around the hero, played by Anya. Let's not jump the gun now. There's still one person who hasn't rolled the dice yet. One suddenly locked eyes with me. I let out a long sigh and reached for the dice. 2. At least it's not 1. I then reached for a card and read it. You're playing the role of the villain. Your name is Butterfly and your goal is to destroy the world. Oh, wow, okay. Okay. Oh, wow, senpai, you got the evil role. At least he's playing someone of the same gender. I'm not sure about that. With a name like Butterfly, it could be a girl villain. Yes, like a badass, strong, independent girl boss. Alright, so to recap, Anya's the hero, Nezrin is his girlfriend, Asana is his daughter, I'm the friend of the hero who's crushing on him, and Jack is the villain trying to destroy the world. What a weird game, but I have to admit, I'm kind of curious where this is going. The odd game officially started. We all took turns rolling the dice and picking up cards. To be honest, I don't think any of us were grasping the rules. You're really not connecting the pieces here, Jack? To be honest, I don't think any of us were grasping the rules of the game, and most of the time we were just rolling with it. However, the game kept going for what felt like an eternity. Then we reached what seemed to be the climax of the story. Okay, Senpai. I'm not entirely sure, but I think if you roll 3 or higher, you will successfully kill Hassan and win the game. What? Are you serious? Yes, neither the hero, Anya, nor the girlfriend, me, is anywhere near the abandoned warehouse. So if Butterfly, Jack, rolls 3 or higher, he will be able to stab the daughter, Hassan, and kill her. It says here that if the daughter, Hassan, dies and no one saw Butterfly, Senpai, the timeline will be wiped out and the game will be over. Senpai will win. I have to admit, the game is more suspenseful than I expected. Where did Lilith get this game? Yeah, I think it's because the villain is a normal human being instead of being some alien or a mindless monster. Fucking auto-fellatio over here. Something about humans fighting against other humans is really unsettling. Wow, the person who made this board game must have a really big penis. Alright, Senpai, roll the dice and deliver us an ending. The son suddenly fell on his knees and started praying. Please, God, please let it be 1 or 2. Please, please. Once again, all eyes were on me. I lifted the dice closer to my face. It looked no different than any regular dice up there. They could create 6 distinct timelines. No, that's not entirely true. There are only 2 distinct timelines. Either I roll a 3 or more, or I don't. Either I win the game, or I don't. Either the world is destroyed or not. Either the daughter dies or does not. No! I lowered my hand and slammed the dice on the game board. Are you okay? I surrender. What? Does that mean I won? I think so. Let's go! The main character wins. I'm the main character. Yeah, we're both the main character. You're the main character and I'm the second main character. That's not how it works, silly. The son kept laughing as loud as he could while punching the air with his fists. Anya sat next to him with another look on her face. Meanwhile, the otaku girl was reading the manual of the board game while scratching her head. The only person who seemed detached from the whole thing was Carmen. She instead faced me and said, I don't get it. Why did you throw the game? You had a 4 out of 6 chance of winning. Who cares? It's just a stupid game. With that, the board game was over. Hassan tried to call for a rematch, but no one seemed interested in playing that weird game again. So instead, we just made dinner and sat by the dinner table chatting. And by we, I mean they. I mainly nodded my head once in a while as I held tight to the hope that power would be restored soon. However, that never happened. Never? Quite the opposite, actually. While we were sitting, the light suddenly started flickering. This is still going. What's happening? Is the power coming back on? I think there's something wrong with the backup generator. What? You mean we're going to lose power completely now? Guys, this is freaking me out. It's like the start of a mystery death game. That's what I'm saying. A group of people trapped in a cabin with no electricity. I wrote a story that starts like this. Carmen looked around in terror as she grabbed my hand under the dinner table. Stop exaggerating, everyone. We just need to find the backup generator and fix whatever problem it has. It shouldn't be too difficult. Daddy used to do it all the time. Okay, where can we find it? I don't know. What? Daddy or one of the servants usually deals with such things. I'm not sure what the generator is. What should we do then? If the generator stops working, the heating will stop too. We'll freeze to death in here. Like Anya said, you're all exaggerating. Worst comes to worst, we'll just strip down and warm each other with our body heat. I would rather die, haha. Haha. The whole situation was getting more chaotic by the second. Carmen was still squeezing my hand and it was really starting to hurt. So I stood up and faced the rest. Okay, everyone, listen. The solution is rather clear. We'll just split up and search for the generator. We should split up. That's the best option right now. The cabin is not that large. We should be able to find it rather easily. Everyone turned their attention to me, perhaps surprised by my sudden intervention. He's right. We'll just have to look for the generator. Seeing no other alternative, everyone in the room agreed except for Hassan, who looked kind of disappointed. However, in the end, we were split into 2 groups. Hassan, Anya, and the otaku girl went to check the eastern rooms of the cabin, while Carmen and I went to check the west. We found what looked like a supply room and walked inside. This place has too many rooms for a simple wood cabin. Considering it belongs to Anya's family, it's not that surprising. Guess you're right. Let's look around. The generator's control panel could be around here somewhere. Okay. Carmen and I started searching every nook and cranny when suddenly... Wait, I think I found it. There's a keypad here with an on and off button, and the generator seemed to be off. I'll turn it on. If it was off, you wouldn't have any lights. It wouldn't be flickering. Wait. Before I could another word, come click the button and the door suddenly closed. What happened? I approached the door and pulled the handle as hard as I could, but it didn't budge. I then approached Carmen and checked the control panel she was talking about. It really is a panic room. Panic room? It's like a fortified room that's installed in private residences to provide a safe hiding place in case of emergencies. I think you just activated it. Oh no, we're trapped here. What? How do we deactivate it? It seems we need to punch a code, but I'm guessing only the owner would know it. Anya would know the code. Carmen then approached the door and started knocking and shouting for Anya. If this room is really a panic room, then it's probably soundproof. Okay, so you're just dead? What are you talking about? That's not a normal thing to have in your house. I don't know why Jack is acting like this is a commonplace thing. Then what should we do? Oh god, this is my fault. I shouldn't have pressed that button. It's okay, the others will soon realize we're not back and come looking for us. I then approached the wall and sat down. How can you be so calm? Shouldn't you be freaking out too? I hate him so much. Why? It's not like we're alone in this cabin or something. The others are right across the hall. So it's only a matter of time before they come looking for us and open the door from the outside. It's not a big deal. I let out a deep breath as I closed my eyes. Carmen went quiet. It seems she finally managed to calm down. A long silence filled the room as we kept waiting for the door to open. Then all of a sudden, Carmen spoke. I don't like this. You just need to be patient for a bit more. I'm not talking about the door. Huh? I'm talking about you. Me? Why is it so squished? Why is it so squished? Just keep it the normal size and make it bigger so it fits the screen naturally. Like, don't squish it like this. You've always been detached from the real world, even back in high school. I always felt like you're living in your own world. In a world of complete nothingness and loss. Maybe that's why I didn't believe it at first, but I can't ignore it anymore. I can't keep lying to myself. I can't keep pretending that everything is fine and it's just your normal observer self at work. Because it's not. You're not the same person anymore. You're not Jack. You might look like him, you might sound like him, but deep down I know you're nothing more than a copy. What are you talking about? An autopilot version of him, while the real Jack resides somewhere else. Not in the present, not in the past, but in the future. In the very far future. Where are you, Jack? What timeline do you live in? What the fuck are you talking about? What future event do you desperately desire that you've disconnected yourself from your reality? Who is it? Who is it do you truly want? Please, I promise, I won't be angry, I won't be jealous. Even if someone else has stolen your heart away, that won't change how I feel about you. Are you romantically in love with someone else? No, it's something like that. It's something that cheap. Then what is it? Please tell me. Please, I beg of you. It's... Okay, so basically, I pissed on you, and, Jack, please. It's Morale. Morale, you mean your cousin? Yeah. You have feelings for your cousin? No, it's something like that. I miss her. Oh, I see. I mean, you two seemed very close. She must be like a little sister to you. So I guess that makes sense. Phew, I'm relieved. Ha ha ha. I mean, I understand this is a severe predicament, but it should be rather easy to solve. Once we exit this panic room, we'll just leave this troublesome cabin and go see Morale. Even if she lives far away, we can take a train or a flight there. Cost doesn't matter either. I'll cover all expenses. And we'll spend a winter break hanging out with her, and everything will be fine, okay? Okay. I thought about this, and I didn't say it earlier, because I didn't want to be nitpicky. But I'll say it now, because it's coming back up. When Morale left, she said, oh, don't worry, Jack. I'll come back and see you. I'll come back and see you. I'll be sure to come back and visit. And we were like, okay, I'll wait for you until then. But like, why do we have to wait? She can travel through time. From her perspective, she could do her own stuff in another timeline for like however long she wants. She can be in another timeline doing whatever she wants for like 5 years. And then she can just come back to this timeline and just go in the past and go like 5 seconds after she left from our point of view and just appear and say, hey Dad, I'm back. She doesn't have to wait for us to see time pass before coming back. Because that's how time travel works. Anyway. ... Jack? Yeah. Before Carmen could say another word, the door suddenly opened and Anya and the others rushed inside. Anya approached Carmen and gave her a big hug while apologizing for not mentioning the panic room. Meanwhile, Sun and Nesrin were breathing a sigh of relief. The main power also seemed to have been fully restored. Everyone was jumping around and cheering. Carmen turned to face me with a big smile on her face and said, "Come on, Jack, let's go see Morale." Jack? Okay. The end. What was the point of that whole epilogue? I don't really get it. Is the board game gonna come back up, or was that just like a meta thing? I mean, I'll write it in my notes just in case, but okay, well, I guess that is goodbye, Time Traveler. Oh. Oh. I mean, yeah, really, Morale could just come see you right now if she really wanted to. So I don't know why she didn't do that. But it doesn't seem like the sharpest tool in the shed. So okay, let's go back to main menu. Oh wait, I gotta go full screen, right, before I go back to main menu. Yeah, I know. I know the bug now. Okay, well, that was goodbye, Time Traveler. Pretty. I mean, if I compare it to the other game in the series, I think it's pretty middle of the road. I think this is. We're hitting the point where, like, how do I say this? Like, I've been bringing up a lot of like plot holes and issues I've been having with the story. I've been bringing them up a lot as I've been reading this, because I think it's because like I say what I'm thinking about while I'm reading the story, and that's often where my mind is at. I'm just thinking about these plot holes, and like I know some people find it nitpicky, some people find it annoying, some people don't care about that stuff. But for me, like, when I'm reading a story like this, that's what's on my mind. I think about these plot holes. I think about, like, wait, this doesn't make sense because this, because that, because this. And some stories I get rewarded for doing that, because in some stories I'm supposed to think there's a plot hole, but then it turns out that there was some revelation or something I didn't fully grasp that actually explains everything. So that's just how I read stories. But so far, it hasn't really bothered me. Like, the fact that a lot of things don't seem to quite make sense, a lot of things seem kind of unexplained, it hasn't really bothered me, because I've kind of been saying, like, it's probably going to be explained later, or maybe I just don't understand it fully, or, like, you know, I'm willing to give some benefit of the doubt, because I'm like in the middle of a game series. It's normal that there would be things that I don't understand. But at this point, I think this is the first game where it's actually starting to, like, seriously hamper my enjoyment, because, like, you have no idea how many questions I have about the story right now. Like, I feel like every game, I have more and more questions. And now we're at game number 7 or 6, depending on how you count them. And, like, I have so many questions that I feel like the games can't possibly answer. And it's just like, it's starting to make it hard to take the story seriously, you know? So I'm just fixing my notes. I mean, like, just the fact that I'm taking notes, like, I'm sure, like, I would be very surprised if anyone else who read these games is taking notes. But that's how I like to read stories. I like to be, like, really, like, I like to fully understand the mechanics behind why everything is happening. Why did this character do that? Why did they think that? Why didn't they do that instead? I like to have that on lock, because I really like stories that reward me for thinking that way, and stories that like are fully realized when I think of them that way, and everything, like, fits into place, and it makes the whole thing, like, even richer, for me, I think. Like, I'm not saying that there aren't stories that where like the why and how of it is less important. Like here's a good example. Evangelion is my favorite anime, especially end of Evangelion. I absolutely love Eva. I think it's phenomenal. But like, I don't care about the mechanic, like the lore of Eva. I don't care about like why did this like the lore, like the angels, the fucking instrumentality, the fucking Illuminati console, all of that. I don't really care about that because like that is part of the story, but that's not really what Eva's about, you know? Like Eva is, I look at Eva a lot more thematically. I don't really like Eva for like the mechanics of the story and like how everything fits together. I like Eva because I think it really like resonates on an emotional level, and like thematically I think it's really, what's the word, it's really well made, for lack of a better word. Like it makes sense thematically. But for this series, maybe I'm wrong of looking at them that way, but I've been looking at them from a mechanical perspective. I've been looking at them like, okay, why did this character do that? How did they go back in time here and do that, if this and that? Maybe that's wrong of me to look at the story that way. But like, the fact that this is a time travel story, the fact that it's so like convoluted or complex, like there's so many characters moving back and forth through time, doing so many things in different timelines, different versions of each character. I feel like the story wants me to look at it in that way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is just supposed to be like more of an emotional thematic experience, but I'm not reading it that way at all. I'm reading it in a mechanical, like almost mystery sort of way. Like, why did this happen? Why did this character do that? And I feel like I'm not getting the answers I want from reading the story that way. So that's kind of the issue I'm encountering with the series, I guess. Sorry, it's kind of hard to express myself off the cuff like this, especially since as you can tell, English isn't my first language. But yeah, hopefully that made sense. I mean, again, I won't erase the possibility that I said at the end of the last game. It is possible that all of these questions that I have, all of these things that seem like they don't make sense, they are actually going to make sense when everything is revealed, when everything is shown to me. Maybe everything will make sense, but I seriously doubt it at this point. And like, I feel like if I were to read the story in more of a thematic lens, like I would like I talked about the way I watched Eva, I feel like I would enjoy it even less. Like, I feel like I am enjoying it more from reading the story in like a mystery sort of way, in a mechanical sort of way, as I was saying, than I would if I were to read it in a thematic way. Because I feel like reading it that way, the fact that the writing quality is not great, the fact that there's a lot of typos, I feel like that makes that aspect way worse. Like, I feel like it's hard to be emotionally invested in something when there's a bunch of typos. Maybe I'm just an asshole. Maybe that's weird of me, but like it's more fine for like a mystery or for like a thriller, or like for a story like that, to have typos, I guess, because you're not really emotionally resonating with it. You're like reading the story as a series of events that are like following each other. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point, but that's my thoughts on this series so far. I will try to make that timeline before the start of the next game. It's probably going to be really fucked up, and it's probably going to be wrong in some places because there's still some mysteries, some things I'm not sure about. But I will attempt that timeline for next time because I think it would be very funny. Speaking of next time, Before we end for today, let us read the synopsis for the next game in the series, which is Cece, the girl who chants love at the edge of time. Okay, so I'm guessing that's what Cece was talking about in this game when she said, oh, next time we meet, there won't be a barrier between us. I'm guessing she was talking about this game. Okay, and once again, itch.io is not loading. What if I open it in Firefox? Nope, still not loading. We'll give it some time. Maybe I can talk about something else. God, what else is there to talk about? I'm going through my notes if there's seeing if there's. Dude, my notes are so long, by the way, already. Okay, I think itch.io is just down completely. Like if I go on another page, will it load? Yeah, now I'm getting a 504. Okay, well, unfortunately, I guess we're not reading the synopsis for Cece, the girl who chants love at the edge of time. I guess we'll just have to go into that game blind. Because itch.io is just dead, I think. Okay, well, anyway, sorry for rambling on so much at the end of this part, by the way. But yeah, see you next time for Cece, the girl who chants love at the edge of time. And also for my epic timeline. All right, so yeah.